Hi, this is John Rosenhead, the Jerusalem psychotherapist. This week's Torah and Psychology post with Pasha Tazria and the war in Israel is going to discuss the nature of impurity. Because in this week's Pasha, we start to learn about the impurity of in human beings. And it's interesting that Rashi points out that we learn about the halachas of human tumah after we've learned about the tumah of animals. And he makes a connection with Bria Sa'ilim and says that just as animals were created first before human beings, therefore the Torah of animals, the Torah of the tumah of animals, has to precede the tumah of human beings. And why is this? It's not just a textual order, a structure of the different parts of the Torah, but rather there's something more significant. And that is, I think, that it's teaching that tumah, impurity, is part of the very nature of the world, is the very nature of our existence. This connection with Bria Sa'olam is an understanding that as a concept, tumah it's something that will be, is part of the world. And although tumah, in a sense, or the idea of impurity has a bit of a bad press, on a superficial level it's seen as something being negative, it's something that needs to be avoided, or something which is dirty perhaps, impure. This is on a superficial level, but the Torah is saying, and through the lens of halacha, we're able to gain a greater appreciation of what impurity, of what tumah is. And first of all, it's starting off with the acknowledgement and the acceptance that tumah is part of the nature of the world. And what is this? What does that mean? Perhaps if we take it on a broader, perhaps more on a hashkafa level, a psychological level, tumah, or the equation between tumah and tahara, is kind of like the ups and downs of our existence, the ups and downs and waves of life, where there are good times and bad times. As Rav Shlomo Volbe discusses in Alei Shor, there's the ups and downs of life, the times which are positive and good, and we feel connected, and we feel that we are really growing, and there are times where the downs, where we're struggling, and we feel that we're being brought down by life's challenges. This is the nature of the world. This is the tumah and the tahara equation that we need to acknowledge and understand that, first of all, by the very nature of the way that the world was created, there has to be tumah. There has to be times which are challenging. And there are struggles, and there are difficulties in our life. And rather than viewing it as just something which is negative, dirty, impure, which has negative connotations, if we're able to understand that it's actually something which is built into the way that Hashem created the world, it gives us a sense of able to acknowledge it and to accept it. And through this, it gives us the ability to learn how to relate to tumah, what meaning and message that we can take out from tumah. And I think this is actually another level of understanding. Apart from it being the nature of the world, for there to be ups and downs, for there to be tumah and tahara, it's actually significant of how the halachas of man comes after and the creation of man comes after animals, and comes after the halachas of tumah of animals. Because I think the halachas for tumah of animals can actually be viewed more in a superficial level. It's something which is based on physical characteristics. It's something which is teaching us which animals are tameh, which animals are tahor, what are the signs of tumah in animals. And at that point, we can perhaps stop and just understand that these are the criterion for tumah of animals, but for human beings there's something which is greater, and there's a more significant meaning. This is the meaning that we can understand and take out from states of tumah. It's not just a physical status. It's not just a state of tumah that a person finds themselves in. Rather, what is the tumah? What is these moments of the downs, the challenges, the difficulties? What is the message? What is the importance and the interpretation that the person is able to give to this situation? How do they learn and grow from the challenges? How do they learn and grow from the tumah? And I think this is the significance of why the halachas of tumah comes after animals. Because for man, there's something which is more meaningful and a deeper level. If we're talking about tumah of a man or of a woman, if we're talking about, it's not necessarily tumah, but the saras, the need to be separated because of the state of impurity, although it's not a physical, it's more of a spiritual ideal of what the saras means to a person. The messages of impurity for humans, in contrast to animals, is something which gives a person an opportunity to stop and understand and to acknowledge and really try to have an introspective experience to understand what is this moment, how does it provide an opportunity to move out to first of all understand and experience the Tumah as an opportunity to move out into Tahara. This is the understanding of the equation between the ups and downs, the waves of life, the Tumah and Tahara in our life. And I think if we think about the creation of the world, even the creation of the world, everything was created first, but it's interesting that Hashem needed man. Hashem needed man to bring about the potential and the growth to take what was dormant, or to take what was purely physical and bring it to life. And that is the role of man, that is the role of our existence. And this gives us the strength perhaps to understand on a general level that all different experiences in our life, whether it's the good times or the bad times, are all part of the makeup and the way that the nature of Hashem created the world. And this is an opportunity to even understand what is the role of tumah and impurity in our life, not to further our understanding beyond just the superficial, ostensibly just viewing it as something which is dirty and physical and impure, and to actually understand it creates a deeper level of interpretation and meaning in our life. I wish you a great Shabbos and keep well.